Hey, this is Gatorex, and as you can see, we've got Pikachu here with us, so it's time for more Detective Pikachu stuff. Now, apparently there was a new TV spot put out yesterday, wasn't able to get around to watching it even, didn't make a video, didn't even watch it. It's just such a full busy day yesterday, but I'm here today, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, earbuds in, let's take a quick look.
Yourself a Pokemon partner. Cute.
Oh, that feels so good.
The rest of this kind of seems like repeats. You can see Pikachu all, okay.
Nope, we're not doing that. Fine, I'll walk.
Detective Pikachu.
Your childhood bed is a Pikachu bed.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was really good. So in the beginning, we see this little exchange going on here. Tim with Lucy, it looks like, and there's Psyduck there in the left. I don't know where they could be. This almost looks like it's at like a concert. We do see, in previous trailers that what was going on with that battle between Blastoise and Gengar is that there were some musical performances going on there, so it was also kind of like a concert in a way. I don't think that this is exactly that scene or that area. It could be. It looks like we get to see an Electabuzz in the background in the graphics there. That's pretty cool. But it looks like they're backstage, like at a concert or at some sort of event. It's pretty interesting. We get to see some free food. So like, oh, find yourself a Pokemon partner. Then of course, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Pikachu, I don't know. Looks pretty good. Just cute moments inside. Look at side. Just look at side. I got. Oh shoot! Look at this. So if you can see at the left here, you can see a Mew in the graphics there. Interesting that they're using mythical Pokemon in the graphics here. At the bottom right, you can see the Loudred, which we saw the Loudreds again at that concert, just kind of being used as speakers, I guess, which is pretty interesting. So it definitely does seem like this is at that event or backstage at the event. So this is potentially like before the battle that leads up to Pikachu and Charizard. That's pretty neat. Right here, we're seeing Pikachu all ready and determined, so that's pretty neat. And it looks like, of course, this is the scene where he's going to be battling the Mewtwo, which, again, not necessarily like spoilers, but we did see that in the last big trailer that, again, revealed Mewtwo. Mewtwo's just going to be showing up at some parade or something. So this is where Pikachu's going to be battling him. He loses his hat. And it definitely, of course, does seem like this is our Detective Pikachu, because I had mentioned that, right? Because I don't know a whole lot about the game, but from what I do know about the game, Detective Pikachu can't use moves like a typical Pokemon, but again, we do see him battling Mewtwo and everything again in the last trailer. He's jumping around on the balloons using Volt Tackle. Honestly, that is going to be so neat to see this Pokemon battle. Well, there are going to be some other battles. We're going to get Pikachu versus Charizard again. We're going to get to see a bit of like Blastoise versus Gengar, and the Greninja jumping around everywhere. So obviously there's going to be some good action in this movie, but that's honestly seeming pretty neat, and it seems like a really cool set piece too as well. Pikachu versus Mewtwo is going to be taking place on. So that's going to be really neat. I do of course wonder how this goes. Sometime I really should try to play through Detective Pikachu before the movie comes out so I can know a little about what's going on, because from what I've seen so far, what I know from the plot of the games, the movie is going to be following that. It seems like the movie is going to be following that. Again, no real spoilers unless that's something we should talk about later on. This here, oh, I don't know. This is just really cool where he's just bouncing around on all the balloons. Oh, that looks so good. All right, this part here I think is pretty funny. Where Detective Pikachu stands on Tim's shoulder and he's like, no, we're not doing that. And of course, that's like a throwback to like Ash and Pikachu, how Pikachu would always just ride on Ash's shoulder. It just puts him down. I think that's pretty funny because, again, it just kind of shows like where this movie's coming from. And I had mentioned that from the trailers, from what we've seen of this movie, it's really hitting the right notes, or the right tone, right? In that it's not taking itself too seriously, but at the same time, it has a lot of genuine, like a lot of heart put into it, obviously, you can tell. And the people working on it, they at least know something about Pokemon. So that's going to be pretty neat. And again, the fact that we're getting like Gen 5, 6, 7 Pokemon in here, it's pretty neat. Of course, most of the focus, I suppose, is on Gen 1 Pokemon. But at the same time, like, they are thinking about, how Pokemon play into the world, like this actual world of Pokemon, again, like with the Loudred being at the concert. I don't think there was too much more. There was just a thing at the bed, or the thing at the end with the bed. It was like, your childhood bed is a Pikachu bed? Get to see a little more of the room, which we saw in the first trailer, and people were just picking apart because that poster there says like Johto, and then we got oh, actually that's a Reshiram on a poster. I don't know. I don't know how. Let's see. Pikachu on his knees looks a little odd. Well, I suppose. Pikachu has knees, I guess, little stubby little knees. But that is funny. You know, it's really interesting, though, because when you think about it, because, you know, in the real world, right, Pikachu obviously is the mascot of Pokemon, is really, really popular. So obviously there's a bunch of Pikachu merchandise, right? And you figure it makes sense in the Pokemon universe for there to be merchandise based off of Pokemon. I mean, in the anime, we've kind of seen things like that all the time. So it is just kind of odd to think that, you know, that in this world, Pikachu is, you know, popular as well for merchandise. Because, you know, again, it makes sense, like, because it's just like having like animal themed stuff in this world, just Pokemon are much more of a part of society in the Pokemon world, which again I'm just loving the look of this movie and the feel of it, because again, you know, that's what we've been wanting. We've been wanting Pokemon in live action, and you know, it's seeming like this is a good way to do it. It's funny though, like obviously Pokemon does, like the Pokemon franchise doesn't exist in the world of Pokemon, but yet I don't know how popular Pikachu is in this world. It's a lot to break down, but it's just pretty funny how he's, you know, they're kind of discovering his own merchandise basically. I wonder if we'll see anything more of that in the rest of the trailers. It's like, oh yeah, I used to, or no, well it was, well, Ryan Reynolds said, you know, I had that bed. Just that look. Because again, you know, I think that's the cool thing about like Tim's character from what we're seeing, is that, you know, he's kind of like disenfranchised with Pokemon as a whole, and you know, like Pokemon are more than like a franchise in this world, but yeah, you know how not that it's a touchy subject, but he just doesn't he's not really having it. But I mean, that's what I like about this movie and the dynamic between Pikachu and Tim from what we're seeing. And for the most part, that's it for this trailer. And yeah, like I said in the tweet, Ryan Reynolds is all like, I actually have this bed, so that's funny. Let's see what's up here in the replies. Anything interesting? It's already been gifted. I've never been so flattered and creeped out at the same time. That's a good one. It's a pretty funny one. Stop with the Pikachu stuff. See, y'all gotta stop with that Pikachu. That's the worst thing, honestly. Well, I mean, he's voicing Pikachu, but stop. Okay. I don't know. Not much. Okay, this one's good. Let me out from the from the Eric Andre meme. I don't know. Sometimes like I like going through Twitter stuff, because sometimes it can get pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty spicy. But I don't know. The replies to Ryan Reynolds stuff tend to be weak sauce. But, you know, just in like overall general Pokemon stuff. But for the most part, that's the TV spot that we got. So at this point, we're at 2 full trailers, 2 TV spots. I believe that's it, right? 2 full trailers and 2 TV spots. We're obviously not going to be getting a whole lot more. This week was pretty big for Detective Pikachu, because we got a lot of articles here and there. I did go over a few of them this week, so that's kind of why it was there. Now we're kind of in like the final stretch to Detective Pikachu. We're like a month and 2 weeks until the release date, which that's going to be so good. I'm going to see that movie so many times. It's going to be great. But or at least, you know, the experience is going to be great. We'll have to wait out and see for the movie, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. You know, for some reason, yeah, well, not for some reason, but obviously people still aren't like 100% sold on this movie. I don't know. Don't blame Mr. Mime. He looks good in this movie. He looks better than the anime or anywhere else. He actually gets to be a person instead of sitting down on the floor eating from a bowl. But yeah, point is, let me know your thoughts on the movie. Again, you know, if you're not gonna see this movie, if you're not super excited, I totally understand. And I'm actually really curious to know why, if at all. You know, I gotta end this video before it gets more than 10 minutes and I get called an ad revenue chaser. But if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. That means so much. Again, the GatorX plays stuff, that's cool, that's in the description. My friends and I played Fortnite this week. Not together. We all played on one Switch console of Fortnite. It was the worst thing ever. That's all going to be linked in the description on GatorX Plays. Again, our podcast goes on every 2 weeks. We're going to be going to a convention today, which is why I got to get a move on and everything. So that's going to be really cool. And again, your guys' support just means so much. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like, subscribe, show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Detective Pikachu Excited Merchandise Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.